This from Dawgs By Nature, players on the active roster who could see more game action following the bye. Wide receiver Jamari Thrash, positional scheme versatility will make it hard for the team to keep him off the field going forward. He's already shown the ability to be productive at the Z and in the slot. Cornerback Cameron Mitchell. Mitchell, all the attributes Cleveland looks for when it comes to slot nickel corners. And linebacker Nathaniel Watson, been limited to 19 total snaps, but when he's been out there, he's looked pretty good. I understand all of them, and I think you need to see all of those guys and see what you have in them.
Especially with Jamari Thrash, I think now that you have an NFL caliber quarterback, assuming that Jameis can correct it and be somewhere in between what he was on the good start versus the bad start, you just got to see that he can do something. Like, you are evaluating these guys. You've got a quarterback that's an league average quarterback in Winston who can get him the ball and give Thrash the opportunity to do some of the things that we drafted him to do, which is create yards after the catch. I think Nathaniel Watson is in a great spot because, I don't know if we'll see Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah again if the Browns drop several of these games going forward. And they're in a bad spot when he comes back from IR with it being a scary neck injury. There could be a chance they shut him down if they're they got 3 more games. So if they're like 3-9 or 2-10 or something, heaven forbid they lose all these games, you could be like, okay, let's get him back out there. We know he can play special teams. We know he can rush the passer. Let's see if he can take a Mahmoud Diabate role where he was more of a pass rusher in college who barely played off-ball linebacker. And now he looks really good at Mike linebacker in a few games. And maybe they rotate some of those guys in there and use the veteran like Jordan Hicks to kind of groom them. And then when you turn to Cam Mitchell, it feels like a foregone conclusion that Greg Newsome is working his way out of Cleveland at some point. If you are going to do that, you need to have somebody that can step up and be that slot corner. And I think Cam Mitchell has shown he has the ability to play in there in some of the action that he has gotten. And that's what this year just becomes. Try to rotate these guys in there. Try to get Cam Mitchell more snaps, even play him at some outside corner. I don't think he's really built for that in the NFL, but I think, in some situations, just see what he can give. But that's what this year becomes about, man. These 3 guys, I think, are great options to see what they've got and if they can be the future of this team.